you mentioned when we first met, like you mentioned how like your parents wanted you to do something different from your aspirations during high school, was it? Yeah, like what was that all about?
So basically, wow, it feels very strange to get straight into it. So I've always grown up as a creative person, and I've had a lot of hobbies that had to do with like artistic stuff or like gaming, or I was never really that studious. And when I graduated high school, I initially wanted to be a game like character developer, like design characters, like work how they develop in like terms of visuals over time, or even like game animation, stuff like that, because I would love playing games.
Favorite game?
That's a really, really hard question. At the moment, it's I don't think anyone will know this, but it's Project Zomboid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyways, I wanted to go into game development, so I wanted to go to like maybe a media design school or UB, or even study design. And my parents, they're immigrants, so they have that traditional Asian mindset of you have to do something that'll basically be able to promise your future in terms of like pay. Like they were just like, if you become an artist, you're gonna be on the streets. Like they straight up said that to me, and I was like, that's very rude, because there are very successful artists out there. Also, they have to be very talented, and I think in a sense they recognized that I didn't really have like the willpower or the talent to like be an artist, and I am grateful for that for them to push me to do law. So so they wanted me to go do law instead of design. And then the thing that they said to me was, so they said, you can go to law school, get a law degree, and then you can do whatever you want. But then it's like, that's 5 years of my life, you know, like I'm gonna be 25 by the time I graduate. 24 by the time I graduate, and I'm just gonna have a law degree, and you're telling me, do you really think I'm gonna choose to go to design school after that? Like, I'm not, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So even though I knew it was ridiculous, I was like, okay, it's still my parents. Like, I love them. I want to make them happy. I want to make them proud. So I ended up going to law. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's how it all started.
Yeah, and do you feel like you said that your parents kind of pushed you to do law? Like, was there any rationale behind that?
There actually was. I like, this is very embarrassing to say, but I was very talented, like, linguistically, like, since I was little. So English isn't my first language. Even though I did start learning it from a very young age, I have never I've always excelled in English and, like, literacy and all those subjects since whenever I could start talking, up till graduation of high school. And so I think that's when my parents were like, oh yeah, if she did do something, because it's basically only 3 options for them. It's either doctor, engineer, or lawyer. They're like, she talks back to us all the time. She would do well as a lawyer. And I did really like admire lawyers ever since I was little. I don't know what it was, like out of all the jobs out there, I just thought lawyers were very like admirable, and they were just very, I don't know, fascinating to me. And so I think that was their rationale when they said you have to go do law, because they knew I was good at it. I think I also knew that I was good at it, but there was just no passion when I first started. So that was the like main issue.
Darn. How do you do something without passion though?
So that was the issue, right? So I went into law school. Back in my days, when I first came into uni, it was 2022. So then at UOA law school, you take 3 first year papers, which is Law 121, Law 131, Law 141, and so to get into, you had to get into semester 2 of law. So you had to pass Law 121 with a grade of B minus, I think, B minus or B, I can't really remember, which a lot of students failed, or they just gave up because they were just like, you know, this is like our very first like law course that we're studying in uni. It just wasn't enjoyable. It's mostly just very like focused on the history of law and just like the Treaty of Waitangi and typical things that I think students didn't expect when they decided, oh yeah, I'm going to study law. So first thing I took came into uni, took that course. I was like, wow, I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Like, this is ridiculous. I literally told myself, if this is what I have to do, I'm just going to.
Yeah.
And so I did do it. I did end up taking it. And then that's when the whole, like, actually, I won't say this because it might look really bad on the uni, but that's when the whole mess with the whole exam season happened. And then I was like, you know what, law's just not my way. I'm just not going to even try. I'm gonna drop law without telling my parents. So I had a conjoint of criminology, and I was really enjoying criminology and sociology at the time. So I was like, you know what, I might as well just study this while I'm here, enjoy my first year while my friends were like struggling to get into Part 2 law. So I ended up not taking Law 131, Law 141, which meant that I didn't have any of the prerequisites to go into second year the year after. So I was just like, I'll figure out what I want to do. And I just took all criminology papers. And then I still didn't really have a big passion for law, but in my first year, I was involved with this law club called the Korean Law Students Association. And because I'm Korean, obviously I naturally ended up engaging with them a lot, and also because like my mentor at the time, he suggested me that I should join that club and socialize with people, which I honestly think was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I went to the club, I met some people that really, I guess they just saw like some potential in me. I don't know, they thought I would work well with them. And then so I luckily ended up joining the CALSA exec team the year after. And being surrounded by law students and realizing that I wasn't really alone, like compared to first year, because first year felt like I was just thrown in the middle of the ocean and just expected to know what to do. But being surrounded by more law students that were willing to like reach their hand out to me and help me first, like made me feel really connected with law. And I think that's when I picked up my passion again, and that's where I was like, okay, yeah, I love this club, I love the people, like I want to study law again. And so that year I ended up taking 131 and 141 again, and then I got into second year, and yeah, here I am.
Dang. So do you think the mentor was like the catalyst of the whole thing?
I think so. Like I genuinely can't imagine what my life would be like today if I never went into CALSA in uni. Like I don't think I would have any meaningful friends. Like my current like best friend, I met him through CALSA, like first day in CALSA. But yeah, my mentor, I really looked up to him as well because he was ALSS president when I first came into the university. Yeah, or the year before, I can't remember. And he just really like helped like guide me in what ways I should go, because I briefly mentioned that I want to do law, and he was like, this is what you should try, this is what you should do. So I guess you could say that he was the catalyst.
Dang. Yeah. How'd you meet him and find him?
He was my like private English tutor.
Dang, small world.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was crazy. My mum found him on some like Korean website and was like, oh my god, this person's like the president of this like law club at UOA. You should get like English tutored by him. And so I think I got tutored by him for like around 2 years maybe, so year 12 and year 13. We got pretty close, like we got along, but it was like we were never like really close. But we got along, and I really looked up to him because I like at the time I was 17. Like I was like, whoa, this guy is so cool. Like he's fucking doing all this shit. Like he's like a president, and I just like really looked up to him. And also like in a sense I was really scared of him. Like because I wanted his like approval. And so I remember in one of our sessions. So sometimes we would Zoom call. Actually all the time we Zoom called most of the times. And we would Zoom call, and he would be like, we would be sharing screens, and he'd be like, okay, so write this, like rewrite this like how you would. And then I remember thinking that he was watching me like live. And so I was crashing down at the pressure, and I was like this close to breaking down, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore, I feel way too much pressure. And he goes, well, if it makes you feel any better, I was playing Minecraft in the background. I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm here about to like cry. And this is such a distinct memory, even though it was like 5-6 years ago. I was like this close to crying, and he's like, yeah, well, I was playing Minecraft with my friends on Discord. I'm like, bro, you're getting paid to watch me cry? Like, but yeah, that's when I realized that like that's what really like humanized him for me. Like I was just like, even if you're like 22, 23 years old, you're still like, you're just a child like still. I feel like you're not really like an adult. Like you still feel really young. And now that I'm at that age, it makes me realize like we really weren't shit, you know?
Yeah. Dang. What's the hardest thing about being a law student?
The hardest thing?
Yeah.
I think it's the expectations. Like, I think everything stems from expectations, like our burnouts, our competitiveness, our ego, our desire to just be successful. It just comes from expectations from ourselves, not only from ourselves, like from family, from friends, from the outside world. Wow, you're a law student, you must become a lawyer, you must make this much money, you must be successful. And I think that's what stems a lot of students to just find it difficult to be a law student. And I think like this might be a very, like, law is very, it's a very highly academic subject, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like people make a really big deal out of it. Like, I think that every subject has its worth and it's difficult in its own ways, but people really just like see law as this like difficult thing, and they strain that pressure on themselves more. I think just the expectation to be really studious and be really smart as a law student is really hard, and I don't like, it's not really it's not something that people talk about publicly, but I think it's there when you talk to your peers, and for example, you've got a worse grade than your peer. People do judge you. Like it's just the nature of law students, I feel like, because it feels like the result of you not working hard enough. But sometimes that's just not the case. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So like, how do you deal with that?
Oh, I just said fuck you. Like, I just say like, how do I deal with the expectations? I still don't think I have found the right way. Like even though I say all this, I still feel like I do subject myself to those expectations, especially from my parents. But the main way, like, that I would probably suggest, like if someone younger asked me, I would be like, just acceptance, like accepting what you've done and who you are. I think it's like the first step to be able to get rid of those expectations, will just be better in general. Like for example, like I did bad on this exam, or I did bad on this course, and it's an important law course, and I absolutely messed it up. And now people are gonna frown upon it and be like, oh, you didn't study hard enough. But I think the first step is to just accept that you did study hard enough, if you did. If you didn't, then you have to accept the fact that you didn't study hard enough, which is why you got that grade, which is what I mostly do. But if you did study hard enough, you gotta accept that you did study and not put yourself down, and just think that how can you do better next time? Like, because you can't get to the how can I do better next time if you don't get the acceptance part, because then you'll always be in denial of what you actually did, and you'll be like, I could have done more of this, I could have done more of this, but that just might not be the case. If that makes sense.
Dan, you have, I was listening to a podcast, and the podcast was like doing a study on Novak Djokovic, I think. One, I think him or his rival, Roger Federer. Anyway, he had this mentality. The guy broke down his mentality from one of his biographies, where he said that when he plays, he puts his everything into that one point. But like, if he loses the point, he like forgets about it and is like, what can I learn from this? And like restart. And I think that's like the same mentality you have. So,
I mean, it's definitely easier said than done.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Obviously, if you take an L, it's like, oh shit, I just took a fat L. It's like horrible, right?
Yeah.
But I think as long as you know that you tried your best, you're able to always just like launch yourself up from it.
Yeah.
Because that's the most important thing. That like you know that there was nothing more to give. Like in that moment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How does that translate to your current role though, as like the AULS's president?
As the president?
Yeah. Well, actually, before that, you got to talk about how you got the role first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I was in CALSA as an exec for 3 years.
Yeah.
I was the social officer, logistics officer, marketing officer, and social and marketing. So I basically did all that, like marketing and social and like planning events and stuff.
Okay.
And in my 3 years, I remember every single year I was like, okay, this is the year I'm gonna go for president. This is the year I'm gonna go for president. I'm gonna find, because CALSA is a co-presidency.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna find someone throughout the year, I'm gonna go for it. Whenever I got around to that election time, I just could never find the right person that I could well work with, like that I saw myself working well with, or I just pussied out basically, like I chickened out. And I think that stemmed from the whole expectation thing, because I think by the second year, not a lot of people repeat their exec roles. Like they usually just do 1 year and then they leave. That was like the culture of CALSA. By the second year, people were like, whoa, like you're here for 2 years. Like you must be doing so well. Like you must be so good at your job. You must know better than others. And even though those were like good expectations, it still felt like a lot of pressure. And so when I went, and also like there was a lot of conflict between like the exec team and like with the president, and I could just never, I was never confident in myself enough that if I did become president, that I wouldn't cause those issues, even though I know those issues can happen. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to be that loser that like just boldly goes into it and just like fucks up everything. Like that's embarrassing for me. Like I found that really embarrassing. And so by my 3rd year, I was like, okay, this year I have to run. Otherwise now it's embarrassing for me to not be not run for it. Like I just look like I'm just wasting my time here.
Because you've been there for like a long time.
For 3 years. And so I made up my mind. I was looking for co-president candidates. And then I ended up entering the competition of client interviewing by ALSS. ALSS was like the law club or law society that I never even like imagined to like engage with. Like it was just so intimidating, so daunting. It felt like another world at the time. But my great friend Uma, shout out Uma, she's very ambitious. Like I learn a lot from her. She's very motivated and ambitious, and she reached out to me and she was like, hey, like we should do this competition. By the way, that's like a friend that I've known from CALSA since our 2nd year. Yeah, 1st or 2nd year. She was like, hey, what's this competition? Let's do it. And I was like, what is this competition really? Because we just thought it was some like silly competition. And so we were like, yeah, I guess like it'll be a good experience. Let's just do it. And we enrolled. We did some other moots as well, but it just didn't work out. We enrolled. We did the competition, going into it thinking, oh, this is going to be a really great experience, like in the future. And we ended up winning the competition somehow. Very fortunate. And I think when we won the competition with nearly perfect marks, sorry, a little brag, I was like, wow, like I didn't know that I was capable of doing something like this. Like competitions were always so daunting to me as well. Mooting was always so daunting. Even though like I enjoy like talking and like I enjoy being out there, I don't really enjoy public speaking, so competitions or like mooting was really daunting for me. And so winning this competition meant a lot, that I put myself through this pressure and I achieved something great out of it. And fortunately, when you win the ALSS competitions, it feeds into the New Zealand and Australian law conferences. So the Australian Law Conference was first. We went around July last year, and I got to meet the ALSS president last year, and she was like such a lovely person, like genuinely. I remember we just sat down one day at the Australian conference. We just sat down one day and we're just having a yarn about like our futures and what we want for ourselves. And I told her about my plans of running for Council president, and this was during the time where ALSS presidency was happening, elections were happening, and she was just like, you know what, just go for it. Like, just go for the ALSS one. Why not? And I was like, you know what, that's the mindset I had when I first did this competition. Why not? And so I said, okay. And I came back home, I put my name in there. I campaigned for a week straight. I stayed up making like marketing materials. It was really fun though. Like I really enjoyed it, and just like doing outreach work to law students that have probably never even like heard about me. And then fortunately I won the elections. And so I guess like my 3 years in CALSA really built that foundation for me as a person, and like on what I can do to like be a better like president and just like a better person in general when it comes to like group work, like teamwork.
Right.
And so that's how I got my presidency. Yeah.
Crazy. So then coming back to the question of expectations in your current role, like would you say you deal with it similarly, or?
I think so. I think I try to, at least. Like I guess as a president, people expect you to be super like, can't think of the right word, super diplomatic, super headstrong, like confident in their choices, but sometimes I'm really just not. Like when I first got handed this role, I knew nothing about the society, and I was like, I really don't have confidence that I can do good. I was constantly asking everyone around me for help. Like I had no idea what was going on, and I was just really terrified by the time it came to like sponsorships, where I had to represent my society to external firms. But then whenever like I felt those expectations like crush me down, I went into acceptance and said that, look, I know nothing about this spot, but it's okay, I can learn. And I think that's what made me be able to relieve those expectations a little. Like, that's so funny, the word expectations is up there.
Dang, that's hilarious.
So I think whenever I felt those expectations, I went into the whole, it's okay. It's okay to not know anything. I don't have experience. That makes sense. Obviously, it would be better if I did, but it's okay. I can gain it from now. And no one expects me to be the perfect president from the get-go. Like, they know this role was new for me. They know that I needed help, and everyone does when they first step into a new role, right? So that's the mindset that I took, and I think now that I am more familiar and more comfortable and more knowledgeable with a lot of the things in our society, I'm able to make decisions without the fear that it will impact like the expectations of me.
Damn. Very calculated.
No. I mean, I guess you have to be calculated in a sense to be a president, because there are times where you'll have to make like split decisions, or like there'll be times where like my predecessor said this to me. She said that there will be times where there'll be a room full of people and they will all look at you to make a decision at once. And like I've experienced that a couple of times now. And when I do experience that, it's a lot of pressure because you don't know if you're making the right decision or not. But sometimes you just got to go with your gut, or go with your head, go with your calculations, and you got to be fast at calculating that. And I think that's a skill that I picked up in my presidency.
Do you think studying law helped with the development of that skill?
I don't think so, because I think there's a lot of students out there that just study and not really socialize too much, and I think they lack the skill, especially because law doesn't have a lot of like group work. It's very much individualistic. It's very much you're on your own unless you engage too. I think that socializing and being in these extracurricular clubs actually helped me build that skill more, especially being part of the exec. So I really want to emphasize like the importance of like being part of like a group, even if you hate it, like just try, and that will be like really good experience for you, unless you really lose something important, which honestly, like, it's an extra line in your CV. Like, it's probably more valuable than people think it is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Damn. And then coming back to like when you said your friend pushed you to do the competition.
Yeah.
Like, is that something you, like that whole mentality, what was that like? Like that mindset shift of doing something you've never really done before?
Like I said earlier, my mindset was just, why not? Yeah, literally, why not? I was just like, I don't have anything to lose. Like, if I sign up, go do this competition and embarrass myself, cool, I'll probably never do another competition again. No, I'm joking. Yeah. But I was just like, there's nothing I can lose from this, really. Like, if it's something with really high stakes, for example, you're making a speech on behalf of a society at like an important like meeting, then yeah, like there's a lot of stakes there, and I should really be scared and not have that mindset. But for things that only impact myself or people that are okay with it, like, in that sense, I think you should always go into the mindset of why not, because I think that reduces a lot of fear, like, for yourself as well. Yeah.
Well said.
No,
again.
Thank you. We're trained to say things well.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself like at the end of the year with like your whole positioning?
At the end of the year?
Yeah.
Hopefully overseas. No, I'm joking. Hopefully in Bali. No. At the end of the year, as in like the calendar year or the academic year?
Yeah, calendar year, as like accomplishments, being president, like career goals. What do you?
I think so. The law clerkship season is usually every year March to like mid-April, and then it goes over to interview season. So clerkship applications close around like late March. So it's a bit interesting for us in the sense that at the very start of the year, start of the academic year, we have to think about clerkships for the year coming after. So this year I was way too busy with my presidency, and I don't think it was the right time for me to apply for clerkships, so I didn't. But I think end of this year, career-wise, I will look into applying for those clerkships, prepare in advance, because it's really a lot to prepare, including like cover letters, CVs, interview practicing, stuff like that. So I think at the end of the year, I will be practicing for clerkships. With the presidency, hopefully my successor has had a really good handover, and I'll probably be helping them a lot throughout their like sponsorship process, because I think the busiest time for me and my predecessor was the November-December period where I just constantly needed help. Because the handover happens in like early October. So yeah, I think I'll be doing handovers, clerkship practice, clerkship preparation. Yeah, hopefully some traveling as well. Like, I think this year already, like, it's only May, but it already is a very like jam-packed year for me. I've already done a lot, and I think I will be very much burnt out, like, if I'm gonna be really honest. Like, I'm already getting there, but I think I will be burnt out, so I just want some time off where I don't have to worry about any extracurriculars, because for the past 4 years of my life, I've had no holiday, because in the holidays you just have to prepare stuff for the year coming. And so, yeah, so I just want to stop thinking about it overall, and just have some time to myself and with my family and friends and like my loved ones. And yeah, and just like really just chill out and only think about like uni in the sense of like studying my degree and not these extracurriculars, even though I enjoyed it. But yeah.
So you work really hard.
I'm a bit lazy. Like, I won't sugarcoat it. Like, I am a very lazy person. Like, deep down, the reason I did all these extracurriculars was like for the sense of like my community. Like, the main thing I enjoy about this is the fact that I have people that I can work with, and that I get to see once every week, and that I get to just hang out with them, talk about stuff, like plan events, like do things for people that need help. That's the main reason why I'm doing all this. And I think if it wasn't for those like motivations, or like if it wasn't for those reasons, I would just be at home like rotting away, like doing whatever, probably chasing my old ambitions of artistic desires. But like I wouldn't say I'm a hard worker. I work hard here and there when I want to, but otherwise, like, if I'm not a very studious person, like as shameful as that is to admit, like I think I get by and I do the work that's required, but I don't really enjoy doing it, and that's where my laziness comes from. Like if I don't enjoy something, I won't put my heart into it. That's
Dang. But it's funny that you don't like. So would you say you like law or you don't like law?
I think it's very hard to just say. Like, it's a love-hate relationship. I can't just like pinpoint it, you know? Like. Okay. Yeah.
So it's like a bit of both.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you didn't want to do it before.
Yeah, I didn't.
But like here you are now.
I mean, I still don't know if I want to now. Like, I'm not 1,000% sure. I'm mostly just seeing where everything takes me. I'm definitely not opposed to becoming a lawyer. Like, that would genuinely make me very happy. But also, I'm not opposed to looking at other avenues. Like, I don't want to be restricted.
Definitely.
By law. Although I do like it.
But do you think you're like pretty proud of like how far you've come?
Oh yeah, definitely. You should see me in high school. I was a loser. Like, I was such a loser in high school, and I think like I think I'm very proud of how much I've grown mentally. Like, I think I was very mentally weak in high school, or like when I was younger. I would constantly like blame things on everything around me. Like, I would have such a hater mindset and be like, this is wrong, and this is why it's wrong, and this is why you're wrong, and this is why it'll never be right. But I think I've just been able to take more of like a, not only just like a criticizing perspective, but like what's the word? Like a perspective where it helps everyone move forward. Like, I hate it when we have to have like, when there's conflict, for example, and we have an issue to solve, but people are just sitting there nitpicking what went wrong and like what was like so horrible about this. Like, I really see no value in those type of conversations, because at the end of the day, if something happened, it's already happened, and you just got to figure out how to like problem solve and just move forward with that. And that goes to like interpersonal relationships as well. Like, for example, if I'm in conflict with a friend, I hate it when we're just sitting there just saying like, I was upset because of this reason, I was upset. Obviously, yes, you got to outline why things happen and outline why like you're upset and feeling this way. But at the end of the day, it's all about just moving forward with how can we do better. That sounds so generic, but like I feel like when people say constructive criticism, I feel like a lot of people imagine like criticism where they can just say whatever they want as long as they sound like they're being productive. But I think the focus should be on the constructive part, where things need to be a bit more like progressive. In that sense.
Again, well calculated.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not calculated. It's coming from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, like 23 years, is it now? Okay, this is like our trademark question. Okay. So what is like your advice to the next generation?
My advice to the next generation? What do we consider the next gen? Because they all just call me Unc, so I don't think they'll even listen to me.
Like our generation.
Like Gen Alphas?
Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Gen Z, Gen Alpha. My advice. I'm trying to think of something super niche.
Cooking.
Okay. I'm trying to think of something really quirky that'll like blow up on TikTok.
Take your time.
I guess I'll like say it in like a phrase, but
yeah.
Wait, I was gonna say,
Oh no. Did you forget?
I was gonna say just do it. Okay, but trust me, like just do it is like an amazing phrase because dude, in 80 years we all die anyways. Or like genuinely, how long are you gonna live? Like I don't know about you, but I'm clocking out at like 70. Like at 70 I'm clocking out. I'm done, bro. At that point I'm burnt out.
Right.
At the end of the day, we all die. Like that's whenever I felt down or whenever I felt like that I couldn't do something or I didn't want to do something, I just thought, and this might be a really like nihilistic, that's how you say it? Nihilistic point of view, but at the end of the day, you die, or you could die tomorrow, or you could die in 30 years, or you could just yourself right now. So what do you have to lose? Like, just do it, genuinely. Like, there's, at the end of the day, like, your friends laughing at you, okay, it sucks, make new friends, you know, like, obviously it's easier said than done, but when the opportunity comes to you, like, do not let it go. Like, you will not regret it. And even if you do regret it, that regret itself will be the foundation of like your decision making in the future. And so whenever you come to like a situation where you're like, oh, like I'm not sure if I should do that or not, honestly, if you don't have anything really important to lose, just fucking do it. Yeah.
Great words.
I think that's what I would say.
Is that gonna be your
No, I don't want to be a Nike dude.
It's hilarious.
I don't want to be a Nike dude.
You
That's
took
embarrassing.
like 2 minutes of thought, and the best you could come up with is Nike.
Dog. Okay, I'm searching up some motivational quotes on TikTok.
This is hilarious.
Anyways.
Okay.
Also, like, as someone that still struggles from like caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to let that go. Like, you just have to stop caring. And I know it's really hard to be like your authentic self. I think it's especially harder for like people of color or like minorities because we've grown up in an environment where we were never accepted as ourselves. So I think for me, I learned to be really good at like masking who I really am and just like putting on this like persona number 7 for this group of people or persona number 2 for this group of people. And I think it's really hard to just throw that all away and not care about like having to fit in to like the room or like the people in the room. So that's something I'm still practicing to this day. But I'm trying really hard, even with other Korean people, like I'm trying really hard to not be such a people pleaser and just like be my authentic self and be around people that will accept you the way you are. Yeah, I think that's another thing.
What does that look like though?
Like for me personally?
Yeah, or like just in general, like being like your authentic self.
I guess for me, I was really known as like the social butterfly, and like I was a really, really big people pleaser. Like I could never say no, and I had to see everyone. Like I had to go hang out with everyone. I had to talk to everyone. Whenever someone pissed me off, I could never say it to their face. I would just keep it in until I got home, and then I would just crash out on something else. And I realized that slowly those things were like becoming poison to me. It gets to a point, like obviously it gets to a point where you have to have respect for other people and you have to show a decent level of like kindness, but past that point you're just killing yourself. And so for me it was growing out of that. And this might sound really silly and like really small, but like my main thing was not laughing at everyone's jokes. Like I would sit in a room and someone would make an uncomfortable joke and I would laugh at it because I didn't want the vibes to be awkward or I didn't want the atmosphere to become tense. So I would just laugh at it, just like egg them on and be like, yeah, whatever, even if I didn't agree with it. And I think that was really hard to grow out of, especially because like I think I'm a very like stubborn person, or like I'm very confident in my own morals.
Right.
And it's the fact that I was too scared to step up for my own morals that was really embarrassing for me. And so, yeah, not laughing at those jokes, like saying no. Like if someone says, hey, let's do this, just suggesting like, oh, what if we just did this instead? Instead of being like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Yeah, building off of that. Yeah.
Damn, I see now. Damn. Now see, look, see it.
What?
That was good. That was, see, that was not 3 words.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, just
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, both of them were good. Dang, that hit home. That was real deep. Dang.
Yeah. Obviously, like, if someone makes, like, a joke that's, like, not offensive and, like, no one's laughing, then, like, I would feel bad and be like, oh, yeah, good one, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but, yeah, it's just, like, knowing where my boundaries are. Yeah. Like, knowing my boundaries and keeping them for yourself. Yeah.
So that's what it means to, like, be authentic.
Yeah. It's all about boundaries, I feel like. Yeah. And I guess another example is, like, so obviously I look very Korean.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And like when I'm in a room full of people that don't look like me, that don't talk like me, that don't act like me, I would feel very like alienated, and I would try my best to mimic their behavior to fit in. And slowly over time, I would be like, I would act so differently around different people, and I would think like, wow, like, what is the real me? Or I remember I was lying in bed with my partner one night, and we were just like, hey, so like, how much of me do you think you know? Like, what percentage? And I gave him an answer, and he gave me an answer, and then he was like, well, what's I right? And I was like, I actually don't know, because I don't really know like how authentic I am in front of everyone. So I don't know what like the real me looks like, as corny as that sounds. Like, I don't know if you know the real me, because I don't know if I'm presenting the real me to you. And that's when I kind of like clocked it, and I was like, if I can't be authentic, or if I don't even know that I'm being authentic in front of the person that I love the most, like, does that really mean, like, does that have value in anything that I do?
Right.
Like, it just, yeah, because I'm this like person, but a different person to everyone. Yeah, I'm not one person, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think trying not to mimic those behaviors and trying to just react the way that I would react if I was talking to a brick wall. Stuff like that.
So two pieces of advice, guys. Just do it, and
just do it.
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Yeah.
Keep your boundaries.
Yeah. Well, that's the episode, guys. See you in the other one. Join AULSS if you're a law
student. Come join us. $20 membership, but trust me, it's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, you look at her experience. If you want to like become a great leader, you just join.
Exactly. Well, we really don't talk about like anything else.
Really?
No funny business. No casual business.
No.
Nothing about you.
No. What? Oh, you want to ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Like,
Shoot.
have you had an episode?
Me?
Yeah.
With who? Who's gonna interview me?
I'll interview you.
I'm the host. What?
Yeah, but what if people want to know about the host as well?
Oh, I mean, you can ask a question.
Well, is this your interview now?
Oh, well, you can ask a question.
Okay, give us an advice.
Oh, my God. No! Oh, no!
Why?
Oh, gosh. Oh, okay, I have to think. Oh.
Put on the spot.
There's so many things. I think currently the main thing for me is you are really lazy and you just have to accept that fact. Like, cause today I was up from 2, no, up from like 1 to 3. I was
1 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was like, I was gonna do work, but I just sat on my phone, just binge watch.
Yep.
And then I was like, nah, give me 30 minutes, I'll sleep and I'll wake up. I ended up waking up at 5:30. And I was like, this normally happens. So it's like, you can actually do anything you want to do. Like, you have all the time, but it's just in the times where like you have more time than normal to do what you want to do, you actually just are really lazy and you just procrastinate.
No, that is so fucking true.
Yeah.
Like, I procrastinate so hard. Dude, like, it's insane. I remember, like, something good that I read yesterday, though, was, you know how people say, like, we doom scroll to, like, decompress and, like, relax, but, like, we just need to stop romanticizing doom scrolling and, like, stop romanticizing, like, procrastination, basically. Like, people say, like, doing nothing is good for you because it helps you relax, but really, like, you're not feeding anything into your brain. Like, you're rotting it. Literally, your brain rotting, like, genuinely. So, like, I've been trying to get into the practice of just, like, whenever I feel like just like scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, I would like get up and go downstairs and like grab something instead, and that would usually like reset my mind. Sorry, it would reset my mind, and it would rewire into thinking, oh, by the way, I needed this for tomorrow. Maybe I should go prepare it instead of just.
Then 2 hours pass.
Bro, it goes by so quick.
It does.
Whenever I'm trying to study, I swear I'd be sitting there for 30
minutes and you feel like it's so long.
It's been like 5 hours. Doom scrolling, I'll be in bed, I'll be like, okay, I'll get up in like 15 minutes, bro. 2 hours, just like that. It's insane. How does that happen?
I don't know.
Insane.
I think I don't even think there's anything beneficial in like scrolling.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're gonna become like a content creator, but like we're not, right?
Yeah,
like
I mean,
yeah.
But
so
well said. It's all a struggle, guys. We're all lazy. Just
procrastination.
That's my biggest weakness right now. Yeah.
Damn.
Any other question?
No. So, do you just accept the fact that you're lazy?
Well, I haven't beaten it yet. Let me see. Yeah, I do. Like, even this other guy I interviewed, he was working like 120 hours at one point. He's Korean too, you know. I feel like Koreans are just hardworking, man.
I think it's in our culture.
Yeah.
Like, we've always been like trained to work hard.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind.
It's not fair. I need that training. But like, anyway, he was like, yo, I'm just really lazy, man. Like, even to this point, like he has multiple businesses. He's doing really well. He's like, bro, I'm just really lazy, man. And then I'm like, if he's lazy,
what am I?
What am I? So like, of course,
maybe he's just very humble. He must be a very humble guy.
Yeah, he really is. He's like really chill. Yeah, but I think I've just come to accept that I'm lazy and just have to work my way up.
You have to move forward from it.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to figure out how can I be better.
Yeah. Great podcast.
Awesome.